Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and welcome to episode 29 of the Berlin Dynamo series. Now, today's episode, as you can probably tell by the league table here, we're currently in the relegation zone. So, unless we pretty much manage to win at least one, if not both of these games, there is a high chance that we will be relegated, might even potentially lose the job as manager of Berlin Dynamo. I do not want that to happen. At the moment, we theoretically cannot survive from potentially even getting that relegation playoff spot, which Grua Firth are currently in at the moment. And I've got to say that since 2 episodes ago, we have not won a game. Actually, I think that's a lie. I think we've won one game since since 2 episodes ago. So, first things first, we'll go over the fixtures. No, I was indeed right. I thought we had won a game, but I think we actually drew that game. Anyway, so the most recent episode was the disappointing 5-2 loss, and then the somewhat decent 1-1 draw against Darmstadt. We followed that up with a really... This defeat right here probably solidified us being in the position we're in at the moment. And that was a 2-1 loss to Osnabrück. Of course, they're the other relegation team. They're the team that currently sits just above in survival, above that relegation playoff spot. As you can see, they got 2 goals from both of the same players. Brolin with the 2 goals, and then their centre-back with both of the assists. I don't understand it, and we dominated possession. I mean, we got a goal through Lacey, which was decent. Richardson with the assist there. But yeah, just couldn't do it. Couldn't get it done. And they got the win. Surprisingly, the next game, we managed a 1-1 draw against Magdeburg. This was actually the highest attended game in the history of Berlin Dynamo, surpassing their previous highest attendance, which I believe was 22,500. It was either 21,500 or 22,500. Can't remember which one. This one, I believe, was 28,500. It was a complete sellout of Magdeburg's arena. It makes sense being in Magdeburg. We're fierce rivals with Magdeburg as well. But yeah, as you can see, a decent little game from us. Richardson getting our goal. They opened the scoring in the 13th minute. They also had a player sent off in the 92nd minute. However, we could not find a winner. And I say it's disappointing to not find a winner, but at the end of the day, that was still a point against Magdeburg, who were pretty much at the top of the table in those sort of first 4 spots. Very frustrating. However, the frustration didn't stop there. We lost to the team that currently sits above us, and I tell you, I was furious. I had to walk away from the computer with this result. 2-1 loss to Grua Firth, and oh my god, we opened the scoring, we got lucky with a penalty, fair play. They got an equaliser, that's perfectly fine. They did sort of play better than us. It was very even in terms of possession and stuff like that. The 59th minute, we give away a penalty. And oh my god, I wanted to just... I had to walk away. That's all I'll say. But the frustration level was at a peak. I've pretty much played, I think, from about this point here till obviously where we're at now. I played all of that today. And I think I've got 1 win all day. And that was it was 2 episodes ago, in episode 27. I tell you what, we need wins, and essentially, if we don't get at least 1 win here today, we're getting relegated. So that's the best way of putting it. The most recent game, don't even want to talk about this one. I came back to the computer, played this one out. We got absolutely smashed. We actually opened the scoring in the 16th minute through Jublovic, and then. HSV, Hamburg, they're a very good side. So they scored 4 goals. And, put us in the position that we're in now. I thought maybe when we scored that goal, I was like, oh, is it possible and then they got an equaliser 3 minutes later, and just completely just destroyed us from that point on. And I came back in a better mindset to the computer to continue, playing. And then all of a sudden, my good mood was once again destroyed with that 4-1 defeat. So that pretty much leaves us where we are. As far as other things go, top of the table, you got Nuremberg, Braunschweig. They're pretty much on course for promotion. They got 3 points ahead. Well, they currently sit 3 points ahead of Darmstadt in third place. So, yeah, Eintracht Braunschweig, they could essentially be doing back-to-back. I'll show you the general here. Of course, back in 25-26, they finished 9th. Last season in 3-Liga, they finished 2nd, got promoted, of course, along with ourselves. And then they pretty much on course for at least, a promotion playoff spot, really. And we're down the other end. We have to make sure that we try and stay up. Because theoretically, we need the finances. The projection's going to be better than what it was. However, it's still going to be in the red at the end of this season. So we've got a lot to do. Let's just actually bump down quickly and have a look at 3-Liga. So the team currently sitting in the playoff spot is Chemnitzer. Now, I probably fancy our chances against them. I think Chemnitzer, I think, got relegated and they must have come back up. Did they? Or were they? I can't even remember back to last season. So it's realistically, it's going to be either Elversberg or Chemnitzer, unless, Duisburg or Wehen, unless they can pull off a couple of decent results. But it's in those two teams' hands. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's get into today's lineup. I honestly don't know what to do. Sunset Bell's going to be up top. Lacey's on the right wing. Jublovic in the middle, as per usual. Hendricks is going to be on the left. There is an injury today, or a suspension, I should say, to Richardson. And then Ivanovic is also suspended. So, two of our probably best players in the team goes from bad to worse. Anyway, Rajic is going to be the deep line playmaker today. I mean, it's literally a toss-up between him and Pajovic. They're both playing exactly the same, to be fair. Schmidt's going to come in. I've been so disappointed with Cantillo this season. He's just not done what I needed him to do, if that makes sense. And theoretically, Schmidt, he's got better defensive stats. Hopefully he can come in today and just be a little bit more defensive for us. All right, I'm back. The dog started barking. All right. So, don't remember where I was up to as far as lineup. The back line, we've just brought Udovic in. He's going to play for this game. Theoretically, he actually kind of works better in this formation because this tactic, because we play a centre back here, so therefore it kind of works. Naranjo, he's on the decline at the moment, but he has improved a lot this season, so I'm pretty happy with that. Prevo comes in. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. Zogovic has actually been really poor recently. Maybe it's because of his fitness, potentially. I don't know. And then Sunset Bell up top. He's just not. He's not a deep lying forward. He's just not. Actually, what I might do. Let's do this instead. I'm going to go Hendricks up top, who does sort of fit the bill for a deep lying forward. He does sort of fit that bill. Doesn't really have the strength for it. However, he doesn't really need the pace in that position, which he doesn't have. So that might be a better option. Then we have Sunset Bell being the inverted winger. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. All right. A day also on the bench today, back from injury. So we can potentially try and play him. Might suit him as well. He's got a bit of pace, has terrible strength, so potentially not. Either way, we're just going to go out there and give it our best, I think. That's literally all we can do. We're taking on Werder Bremen in this first game. Do I think we can beat them? Probably not. We're going to try and hopefully somehow we can pull off a miracle. And yeah, hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll still be a 2 Bundesliga team. And I mean, theoretically, the game plan is to get a win out of one of these 2 games. Hopefully, the results go our way. We make the playoff spot. We verse that playoff promotion side from 3 Liga at the end of the episode here. A big 3-game doubleheader if we do indeed finish in 16th place. Oh, I was going to say that's a bad start. Luckily, it goes wide. But yeah, we could potentially be doing that today. So, I don't know. I didn't really want to be in this position, but our second half of season form, I don't know what to say. It's just been dreadful. It's literally been the worst form I think I've ever had in Football Manager. As we concede a goal there. Give me strength. Please, give me strength. And apparently that's Zogovic, who's now on a 6.2. Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, it's Werder Bremen. They're a really good team. They've got some really good players, but they hit the crossbar there as well. That's going to be offside. Probably do a bit of encouraging as well. I don't usually do shouts. I mean, they work for about 10 minutes, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We're just pretty much going to let these games play out. I mean, Romero's he's already got a knock as well. Do we leave him on? Do we take him off? I don't know. We haven't even had a shot yet, so... What is there to do? What is there to do, eh? Seeing as we haven't had a shot, I'm going to once again change the tactic, and we're going to do something different. All right. What do we got? All right, Rajic is going to come off. Sertamir is going to come on. Smet's not playing terribly bad, so I'll leave him on for now. Hendricks and Soonsup Bell, they can swap sides as well. We'll get Soonsup Bell back through the middle. Yeah, I don't know. Just start the second half, I guess. I mean, we're 1-0 down. What's a more attacking tactic really going to do? We're going to concede a few more goals. At this point, we're behind in the league table anyway, so I need a result, and we're not going to get a result if we lose. And we hadn't even had a shot in that first half, so yeah, I don't know. They're coming forward again, and that's an easy tap in. Part of me thinks that maybe my transfers are to blame for this season. And I say that because we went young. I went very, very young. That's a really good goal from Prevel then. Pretty much in the top corner, hitting the underside of the bar. We've got a goal back. That's one back. I'll take a draw if we can get a draw here today. But once again, looking at their team, it's that 5 at the back. 5 at the back. Interesting. Maybe I need to start playing 5 at the back. Probably should have started playing it, theoretically. Let's go Kutuk on for Shea Lacey. And then I don't really know what else to do. I mean, last change, maybe... Probably pause it here. They're coming forward with another attack. Maybe a day for Soonsup Bell, but I mean, a day hasn't even scored this season, I don't think. So I don't know. It's not a very smart choice. We'll go Pajovic. Pajovic for Jublovic. See what happens. I don't like Romero. He's injured. Yellow card. Not playing well. Anyway, we're coming forward here. They did hit the crossbar. Hendricks now. A little bit of space in the middle to work with. And soon Sabel just gives a ball away. Like it's absolutely nothing. Instead of picking out a simple pass, a simple easy pass, he's decided just to give the ball back. I'm going to take him off. I don't even care at this point. Take him off. Get him off the pitch. Bremen coming forward again. And there we go. 3-1. Third goal. I think that's his hat-trick. Yep, that's his hat-trick. Oh, the frustration is it's at its peak, I think. It's very much at its peak. I honestly believed our team was good enough not to get relegated this season. So I'm very, very disappointed. Albeit it's all not lost. We can still potentially win the next game and still stay in that playoff spot. But essentially, we need to win 2 games in a row. As Pajovic gets a goal for himself. 3-2. I mean, let's just go attacking. What's the worst that can happen right now? We're already behind, like I said. And of course, you put your team attacking mentality and you don't get another highlight. Typical football manager right there. Every average rating out there apart from Pajovic, absolutely dreadful. Even Prevel, who scored a wonder goal, is on a 6.5. Luckily for us, I mean, Grua, they haven't actually played yet. So the league table still looks relatively favourable. Going to praise these. Kamara's making some decent increases. He'll be important if we do get relegated. So will Hendricks, who's now wanted by someone. Who's he wanted by? Hoffenheim. Of course he is. Oh, and Cantillo. Just get that player away from me. I don't want to see that player. Look at the fixtures. Look at that. That is next level, just dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Look at this. We had good form. Beat Osnabrück. Beat Magdeburg. Beat Grua Fürth earlier in the season. Beat Holstein Kiel, the next opponent. Oh, all right. Again, I've got to shake it off, and we go again. I'll join you guys for the lineup against Holstein Kiel. All right, here we go. Pretty much do or die in this game. As you can see, we're actually below Hansa Rostock at the moment. However, if we win, the other 2 teams don't get results, we will, essentially be in that playoff relegation spot. So, show you the team selection today. I've decided to go back. We're going to go back with the original formation we were using this season. Theoretically, it's the only tactic that's actually won since I changed from it. So we changed tactics, tried to use the other ones, haven't worked. I mean, I've gotten some, I guess, better results for the most part. But I'm going to go back to this one. I pretty much have to at this point. Sunset Bell's been dreadful, so I'm not even going to play him today. We're going to go with Hendricks purely because he's a bit more of a winger. Lacey's he's been a little bit better recently, which is good. I'm going to go Richardson up top. Then going to have Jublovic. Rajic is going to start there. Actually, do you know what? No, Pajovic. Pajovic is going to start today. He's going to be partnered by Smet as the ball-winning midfielder. Prevel's left wing-back. Zogovic is going to be right wing-back. Ivanovic does come back in, so he's going to be back in the starting lineup alongside Naranjo, and Bredlow going to be the goalkeeper today. Jubilovic, once again, he's gone very, very quiet. As a result of that, I feel like the whole team's struggling. He's got 15 goals in the league this season, so I can't fault him too much. The only downside is he's just gone missing. I mean, he was so impressive early on. So impressive. Pretty much running the whole team. Richardson, I mean, he's been good. He's been probably, again, one of the more standout players. Pajovic, both Pajovic and Rajic, they've both been solid enough. This ball-winning midfielder position has been a big problem for us, both Cantillo and Smet. Smet's only 19, to be fair to him, but he doesn't have the pace, which I feel like it's a big problem in that position, a big, big problem. Anyway, I also got not a message, but it was like one of the reports. So the obviously the assistant goes to the press conferences for me, and apparently the pressure's on me, and I might be getting the sack if we don't win here today. So we're just going to go out there. We're going to see what happens, and I guess we'll pretty much go from there. Hopefully we can score some goals and actually get the win here today against Holstein, and we can go into that playoff position. I mean, theoretically, it looks like Grua are actually winning their game. Well, no, it looks like they're drawing. They're drawing their game. So they're on 29 points. We're on 27 as it stands right now. Over Holstein, Kiel, they've got the ball. And it looks like they might be coming forward. Danger stations for us. Wagbay into the box. Keeper dives. Oh, he snuck it in. There's been a lot of frustration this season. A lot. That's their first shot on target. Once again, Rostock are winning they were winning their game. It's now 1-1. And we're down. And Holstein, that's got to be offside. That is offside. Holstein, Kiel, they're a half decent side. We actually beat them earlier in the season. One of the few teams we actually beat. They're so indecisive on what tactic to use as we go into half-time, 1-0 down. Almost part of me wants to change a tactic right now. Going to encourage. I mean, they're coming forward again. We haven't had a highlight yet, and that's 2-0. That's season over. Redlow with a save there. We're 60 minutes in. We've got 6.2s in the team. Bredlow's on a 6 match rating. The most important game at the moment of the actual season. And he's on a 6 match rating. You can't write these things. You can't write them. All right, soon as Bell is going to come on, he's going to go up top. I'm going to swap him and Richardson. We'll do that. I guess I don't even know what to say really at this point. Conceded 2 goals from 3 shots on target. I may as well just not even say anything. We need to pull a goal back. Time is running out. We've got a corner. Ivanovic puts it in the back of the net. 2-1. Is it enough? We need 2 more goals. Perth are winning. We've got a highlight. Got 1 minute left of stoppage time, and that is it. They've given us the ball. Richardson. Oh my god. 2-2. It's not enough. Come on, boys. 1 minute left. Not like this. Not like that. Redlow with a 6.1. And we are relegated. We finished bottom of the league. Wow. Theoretically, a win wouldn't have even mattered. As you can see, Grua Firth, they did indeed win their game. So yeah, we would have been relegated anyway. We're going back to 3-leaguer, I guess, unless I manage to get fired. That's not looking good. 43,000 per week. That's very, very bad. We do get 6.7 million for achieving a last place finish, which means we have 1.2 mil in the bank. Albeit, like I said, I've now been relegated. Rostock are coming back down with us. And who knows if I'll actually have a job. I might even... Let me pause the recording here and I'll join you guys back. If I don't join you guys back, it'll mean that we're still the manager and they haven't decided to sack us. So I'll pause the recording here and we'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. This is what I was expecting. So we're currently at an E. I guess one of the only shining lights is one of our board expectations was to repair the financial situation that we're in. And as a result of getting the prize money being in Bundesliga 2 or 2 Bundesliga, we've actually repaired the financial issues we had. So therefore, they've slightly been pleased with that. But now I've got a meeting in relation to how we're going to stay on. So they're not happy with our current performances and are currently considering our position at the club. They want to know why we did so poorly. This is a weird one coming through at the end of the season. So this doesn't make any sense as to why they would do this at the end of the season. We'll take the hard run of fixtures into account, but we want to know how you plan to improve the team's performances. What do I need to do to stay in charge? But we will be limiting the wage budget while doing so. Okay, so I believe it's important to stay on good terms with you, so hopefully we continue to positive future for the club. So I guess they're not firing me. They've just reduced the wage budget, which was already reduced, which... Yeah, I'm very, very confused with all this. I'm going to stay recording here for a second because I want to go through some of these issues. I need you to accept my transfer request. This is where it's going to get tough. We're not going to be able to go 1 mil. Let's go 650. 500. All right, he wants 425. Looks like we're going to lose Ivanovic if a club bids 425. Probably going to be the same thing here with Jublovic. Let's see what he's going to say, Again, same thing. I mean, if a club comes in for 4.1 million, you can bet your backside I'm going to let him go. And Cantillo, I mean, to be fair, I kind of want to sell Cantillo. I think he's absolutely dreadful, and he has been for us. So I don't think I'm going to get a player of better quality than him. So we're probably going to have to keep him this season. But oh, there we go already. Clubs are already coming in for Ivanovic. They're not actually matching his demands, so I'm almost half tempted to reject both of them. That one's pretty close. That's probably going to make him even more upset. But it is what it is. Anyway, at the moment, it looks like we have avoided being sacked, which is a massive feat in its own right. Finishing last in the league and being relegated. I'm under no disillusion. I can get this team promoted again next season, as long as I stay in the job. So that's going to wrap up the episode, guys. A very, very disappointing season. We found ourselves relegated. There were times throughout the season where we were outside the relegation zone. But then you look at the run of fixtures that we had. If I could actually go into our fixtures properly. Cancel friendly. Why is the friendlies up there? Anyway, you look at that second or end of the season that we had. Augsburg on the 6th of February was our last victory. And we got 4 points. 4 points in that whole time. In about, 14 games? 15 games? We deserve to get relegated. I'm not making excuses for that. And I probably should have done a little bit more as far as, tactics and doing stuff like that to try and get us into a better position. Anyway, drop a like on the video if you're enjoying the series. I mean, it's got a lot of twists and turns. Like I said at the start, I thought we were good enough to just survive from relegation this season. But we weren't. We're not good enough. We've got a little bit of money behind us now, albeit that money's going to very quickly start to disappear as well. I'm going to have to thin the squad quite a bit. We've got a lot of other players. Players like Gudra, I'm going to have to try and get rid of him. He's on 4.8k a week, which was a bit of a big sort of gamble, I should say. Susek's another one. Might actually use Susek because we are going to lose Struik. But Susek could be good. We've got some decent youngsters that can come in as well. We still have Felix Meyer as well, the absolute boss in the defensive midfield there. So all is not lost. Crollo, we've still got a goalkeeper for a few seasons. He's on a very low wage as well. We've got this guy, Vida, who is probably good enough for 3-leaguer level. But yeah, we're going to have to do things the hard way, and we're going to have to once again fight 3-leaguer and try and get promotion back. Anyway, subscribe to the channel as well, guys, and as apart from that, end to a disappointing season, but hopefully a bit more of a positive outlook towards the future, and hopefully we can bounce straight back up into Bundesliga. As always, take it easy, guys, and goodbye.